So if you've been following along our series here, we've been talking a lot about how to gymkhana, and we've been using this Subaru WRX that we have been pretty impressed, honestly, about what it's been capable of doing in its stock form. But we've been thinking about what else could we do to it fairly easily to make it better for doing this performance how-to gymkhana stuff. For us, when we were doing the reverse entry maneuver, we were in second gear at the top revs and we could actually barely hear the car. You know, as a daily driver, something that you're going to be on highways or in cities, having a quieter exhaust is going to be what most people are probably going to want. We reached out to our friends at Nameless Performance and they sent us a box of goodies for this Subaru WRX. Christian's in the shop right now. Let's go see what he's got for us. All right, Christian, what do we got from Nameless here?
Well, from our friends over at Nameless, we got a full catback exhaust system for the newest generation WRX. Quality looks really good on everything with this kit.
So they sent us all the hardware and all the stuff. It's pretty much what they would call a bolt-on solution?
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
So it's something that for us to be able to hear the car, especially doing performance driving, it's just easier than looking down at the dash and trying to read the tachometer. We can hopefully hear the car a little louder, and Subaru's kind of known for its rumble and engine sound, right?
Right, yeah. This is almost a replacement for your radio.
Okay, perfect. So let's see what it sounds like. Maybe we'll get it on the lift and get it going.
Yep, sounds good to me.
If you like this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. What sections are we actually replacing?
So on this, we are going to replace from the CAT system, the catalytic converter system, from here back to the bumper.
The guys at Nameless were talking to me about there's a lot of legality in changing out your system, and that's something they make a big pride point about Nameless being legal. But we have to retain the CATs legally, right?
Correct.
Catalytic
yes.
converters for
emission compliance.
Emission compliance. So that system has a muffler. It's just obviously going to be a much different sound, and that's where we're going to hear a lot of the difference. And the tubes look bigger too, right? We're
yes.
going to potentially get some more flow from the catback.
Yes.
I've never done this before, but it doesn't look that complicated. There's some nuts and bolts, and you know, I'm interested to see how you get these off the hangers. I've heard that could be a little tricky.
So our first steps in doing this exhaust is we're going to take these two rear mufflers off, okay? Which is going to require a 14mm socket and a 14mm wrench. The second portion will be replacing this pipe, which will be two more 14mm bolts here and a 12mm nut on the backside.
Christian, you usually have a tool for this job to help these hangers, right?
So normally, yes.
What is that tool called?
So it's an exhaust hanger plier.
Okay.
So what it'll do is it'll go on the back side of this exhaust bushing and it'll push the pin. And when it does it, it'll push the mount right off.
Okay, but you forgot it today.
Forgot it today, of course.
So
Yeah.
what did you do to get it off?
So to get that off, it's just a matter of a little bit of penetrating oil on these bushings. Put this end of your plier on the back side of the rubber and then this on the pin. Push on that end, and that'll get it started. And once it's started, it normally will come right off.
So Christian, it looks like obviously one of the big things side by side, there's a few pieces where there's just one in the stock component. Why do you think they did that?
I think they did that for ease of installation. This setup here that Nameless has looks like more of a one-person job. They can do it themselves. The stock setup, you can do it by yourself, but it's definitely a little more challenging because of the length of the pipe.
Okay. And something that we ended up breaking one of the bolts in the stock system, but it looks like Nameless gave us everything we need.
Yep, Nameless was good enough to give you all the hardware you need for your whole install of this exhaust.
I'm excited to see a one-man band put it back together.
Yeah.
So let's see how you do this.
Okay. All right, first things first, let's get our exhaust gasket put onto our flange. Second, we'll get our first pipe with the 2-bolt flange on the front. So some of the tools have changed to install this aftermarket system. So on the front here, instead of having our 14 millimeter socket here, 12 millimeter on the back, we have a 12 on both sides. So you'll need a 12 millimeter socket and a ratchet on one side, especially this top one where the exhaust bends around. The impact will not fit there anymore. On your V-band clamps, you'll need a 13 millimeter socket to tighten these up, and the muffler bolts here remain the same with 14 millimeters on both sides. On the installation of this front pipe now, instead of spring bolts like the factory had, we're going to use these through bolts with Nameless's new flange setup here. And what you're looking for when you're aligning this piece, because it does rotate, right? So your V-band back here will actually spin in any direction. So what you want to do is have this bend somewhat straight here, but you also want this flange about the same distance away on the bottom as on the top.
So Christian, that was pretty straightforward. Few tools, few nuts and bolts, just a little bit of time, you know, getting things just placed right. I could see that your experience with this, you wanted everything to be all in the right place before you tightened it down. You know, it's something that my ignorance, I would have probably just tightened it down and have to make sure it can clear the drive shaft and be away from the fuel tank there, right? Those are probably the biggest safety concerns.
Yep. Yeah, those were the tightest places in this car, but there's not very much you can do about that just because of the tight tolerances that they give you from the factory.
Cool. Well, I'm excited to give it a drive and see how it sounds.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
What's really nice, because it's a catback exhaust, it's not super loud. So it's definitely louder than it was before, but the audio pitch is not a constant drone. One of the reasons I sold my last STI, it had a performance exhaust system, and the drone on the highway was just too much. This doesn't have that droning sound, but also has a louder pitch. You want a little bit more sound out of your exhaust system. To me, this is the perfect solution. Hope you guys like this type of content. Obviously, none of this could be possible without the legacy of Ken Block. Since his passing, his family and friends put together the 43 Institute, which is an amazing foundation to support creative, motorsport people, anyone trying to live their dreams through the eyes of Ken Block. If you have the time or money, please go and support 43i.org, and we look forward to seeing you guys out there, and thank you.